Glenn, one of the things that you mentioned when you issued the statement in February about your situation with Parkinson's, you described your role as changing. You weren't leaving the band, but your role was changing. How would you characterize that change for you?
Well, it's a question really that I can't really answer, because I've got to see how things go. Medication's improving, each day is different for me. Some days it's worse, some days it's better. But I didn't want to compromise the best heavy metal band in the world. So to be on the safe side, Andy's in there now, and what will be, will be. And that's all I can say. But, I love this band. It's been my life. And I hope it plays a role in my life. And maybe I'll do some more writing, recording, maybe even some more touring, So it's an unanswerable question, really.
Well, but
it's in the lap of the metal gods.
Well, one of the things that and I've had this discussion with a lot of musicians, is that as you continue, you grow older. Clearly, the body, has other ideas. Age comes to everyone, and somebody like Tony from Black Sabbath, he's been dealing with his cancer situation. He dealt with it all through those 3-4 years of their farewell tour. So is that something that, even for Rob and Ian, that you've thought about? It's like, how much we know we can do it, we know we want to do it, but will circumstances allow?
You got to be a fighter,
Yeah.
It takes me forever to get
metal
out of bed.
is really about fortitude over all odds.
I get stuck in bed sometimes. I can't get out.
Rob, can you help me get out of bed? But
banging on the wall.
But you do, you do whatever you've got to do. Yeah. It's like anything in life, when you have the thrill and the pleasure to do something that means so much, you'll do whatever you've got to do to get to that next gig and play that next song. You don't really think about it. And let's face it, Glenn was humble enough to say, with the challenges that he's going through, he says there are people that are in a much different difficult place than where Glenn is, and that's just the right philosophy to have. There's always someone that's dealing with a bigger challenge than you are.
You have to have that perspective to realize that
you've got to find the balance and the harmony.
As bad as it is, someone else is taking it harder.
And we're like, again, we couldn't be more.
Somebody says, I forget who it was, says nobody's getting out of this alive. So you might as well do what you can while you can.
And what a beacon of hope if anyone's going through anything. If you look at people like Glenn, like Tony, if you're thinking, I don't want to get in the van or it's too cold, and you look at these guys 50 years later doing what they're doing with the challenges they're facing, it sets the men from the boys, you know what I mean? So hats off to them, they're heroes.
Lemmy was playing right up until the end. Lemmy, we were with Lemmy just a few weeks before he passed. Ronnie was singing almost till the end. It's just a beautiful thing that makes you think about. Again, puts things into perspective.